Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Creations by Karen, and today we are going to make this cute little welcome wreath. So when you come on, make sure you say hi so you know you're here, and I'll key everything up and get ready to go. How's everybody doing today? Good? It's snowing like crazy here. It's snowing like crazy in Canada. Oh, well, in London anyway. Make sure you say hi when you come on. Hi guys, how are ya? Hey everybody, it's good to see you. Oh, Lexi's coming to say hi. Come on, come on, come say hi. Everybody waiting to see ya. You're leaving. Okay, come here. Have a seat. Just have a seat. And she's out. All right. Okay, so we're going to get going because this might take a few minutes to do this. So yesterday we had a workshop at the Army Navy Veterans Club. Hi guys. And it went really well and everybody had a really good time. And everybody went home with a wreath. It was awesome. Yeah, good morning Julia, Sabrina, Bonnie Jo, good morning. Good morning Nance. Good morning Gay. Okay, so we're going to make this welcome wreath. I can't really say it on Facebook because it involves profanity. And Lord knows I never do that. I never have any profanity. But I'm going to show you how to make it. Now, I originally made it on this, it was actually a piece of wood that I got from Dollar Tree, I believe, and it was in the shape of an ornament. But I went back to get more, and there's none left. Go figure. So I'm going to make it on a round disc, okay? So I got my wood guy. Everybody needs to have a wood guy to make me this round disc. It's a 12-inch disc, and it's just made with 1-inch plywood. And I just gave him a call and said, could you make me 10? I'm sure he loves to hear from me. Anyways, he went ahead and he made it, and I've drilled 2 little holes in the top of it, okay, because I'm going to put a hanger on it. So the first thing you want to do, good morning Fort, is you're going to need some of this painter's tape because I'm going to section it off into 3 sections, okay? Actually, I'm going to section off into 2 sections. So the first section is going to be red, and then the bottom section is going to be black, and in the middle I'm going to put a buffalo plaid, okay? So, is it snowing in Thunder Bay, Fort? Crazy snowing here. Okay, so you're going to take your painter's tape, and I'm going to say go about, I don't know, about 1/3 of the way down. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so you want to be sort of really straight here. And there, that looks good. Okay, so you really have to put this on securely because I don't want any bleeding. Bleeding meaning coming through. And I'm going to wrap it around the back like this. Okay, so this part I'm going to paint red first. So in the summertime I got this marquee outdoor paint, and it's red because I've got it marked on the top. And I'm going to just paint this. Let me just make sure this is straight. It's not quite straight. I'm going to change it. So I got to make sure it's straight because I've got my hangers already placed, right? So just going to put that there. You can call me OCD. I'll own that. But I got to make sure everything's sort of really straight. There we go. Okay. Morning, Joanne. How are you? Okay. So, getting ready to paint. So I've got my paintbrush here, and I'm just going to paint the top of it. Okay, so this top part I'm going to paint red. So once again, I'm using semi-gloss And I actually got this at Home Depot. And I think they're like $5. And I always like to buy random paint when I go there, if I'm ever in there, just because, you know, I'm always using paint. So, and you always want to make sure you do this, the sides of it, okay? Okay, so just be generous with your paint. Now you will have to do 2 coats of this. And I've done a bunch of these up now, so that I don't have to wait for time to dry, because that would take a ridiculous amount of time. So I'm just going to go ahead, good morning Joanne, and paint this top piece red. Okay? Don't forget to come along the sides. Okay, so there's the red done. Now, like I said, I will go back and put another coat on this, but that's what the first coat looks like. Okay, red. Red on the top. So I'm just going to put that off to the side. Put the lid on this. And then the next thing I'm going to do, so this is one that I've already done, and I've put 2 coats of red on it. See, it's a little bit darker. When you put the 2 coats of red on it, it goes a bit darker, okay? But the next thing I'm going to do is paint the rest of this black, okay? And I am going to put the buffalo plaid in the center of it, but I wanted to put the whole thing black because I want this to be black along here, okay? So I've got my other blood paintbrush, and I am using Deluxe Exterior paint to do this. Once again, you're going to have to do 2 coats. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the line that is right below the red, because that's just the way I do it, right? So, I mean, certainly if you wanted to, you could put painter's tape on the red part, so you wouldn't need to be so careful. But I don't do that, because that wastes time. So you just keep going around like this. Now I am going to do some with no profanity on it, but I made that one for somebody, so that's why I just thought, you know what, people think that's funny, so if you think that's funny, give me a thumbs up. Facebook doesn't like it when you use profanity. So, we won't. Okay? Good morning, Davina. Well, I know, all you guys like profanity. Well, a lot of you do. You know who you are. Okay. So when you have to do something like this, you just got to try to be as careful as you can, so not to do the red part with black. Mornings I have a very steady hand. As the day progresses, not so much. Okay, so once again, I want the side done, and I'm just going to go around and paint this whole bottom piece. Okay, and then you're going to wait for it to dry, and then you're going to do another coat, because you really need 2 coats, and then you're going to do the back. All right. So I always like to leave at least 4 hours when I'm using exterior paint to allow it to dry. They say it takes like 30 days for it to totally cure. I don't know if that's true, but I like to at least wait 24 hours before I do anything with it. So I'm just going to go ahead, paint this. Make sure you've got all the edges. Now, you usually only have to do one coat of the edge. And I've done the back already, right? Just to save time. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Annette. And True. Right. All right. Okay. And I really like the buffalo plaid. I was never a big fan of it, but I don't know. All of a sudden I became a big fan of it. I like it. It's popular. So anyways, just go around and paint this whole bottom piece. And like I said, wait 4 hours at least, and then do another coat. And you want it to be as sort of even as you can. Okay? Alright. So that's what that looks like so far. Okay? Now after it's dried, I put another coat on, and that's dried. I've gone ahead and put a whole coat of Modge Podge on top of it. Modge Podge. Do you remember what that is? Modge Podge. I'm just going to put this lid on. Okay. Modge Podge is sort of a... What did I do with my other thing? Okay. Interesting. I wonder what I've done with it. I had another one. Anyways, Modge Podge is just a clear coat. It looks like this. I get it in the big container. You can get it at Walmart, or Walmart has it, I believe. Michael's has it, and I use my 30% off coupon. And this is expensive. If you don't have a coupon, it's like $25. But I always have a coupon. So, Modge Podge. And it dries really quick. Like, it'll probably be dry in, I don't know, half an hour. Okay, so this is what it looks like with 2 coats. Modge Podged. And the next thing I'm going to do is put this on. Alright, so this is my buffalo plaid. I got it in cardstock, and I'm just going to apply it to my piece of wood. Now I'm going to go down here and have a look. And that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to just take my glue. And I'm just going to put a generous amount of glue on here. And what you don't want to do is have clumps of glue, right? Because that'll show. So you don't want to do that. No clumping. No clumping of glue. Alright, so I'm going to put the lid on. And then I'm just going to affix this down. Now, I have put a curve on it because I want it to sort of sit without anything sort of hanging over. And this is just trial and error to get this on the way you want. As when most things in life are trial and error. Okay, and that looks good. So then you just rub it down like that. Sometimes, hi Betty Ann, how are you? Sometimes you just have to be patient. Patience is not one of my best virtues. I'm not patient. That's why I don't knit. Knitting, I find, is very, takes a long time to do stuff, right? And I'm not a good knitter. So, because I get up and I walk away and then I forget where I'm supposed to be. So, anyways. Alright? So, that's what that looks like when it's applied. Okay? Alright. Now, I did have one that I had completely done. Here it is. So, and then I put another coat of Modge Podge on top of it. Alright? And that's what it looks like with the extra coat of Modge Podge. So, this has got 1 coat of Modge Podge and this has got 2. They look the same, right? Modge Podge dries really quickly. I'm just going to put that one aside. Make sure my edges are all down. So this is what I'm left with, right? So this is where I'm going to put the lettering on it. Once again, I did it on my Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut and you have good penmanship, you can just write on it with an oil-based marker, okay? So not a water-based marker. So if you go to Michael's and you're getting a marker, there's two kinds. There's oil-based and there's water-based, and you want to get the oil-based marker. Remember. Morning, Marilyn. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this part on the top. It says, welcome to our, and I'm just going to put it just above the plaid. So I have my transfer tape. You guys know what transfer tape is. Is anybody, okay, if you have a Cricut, if you already have a Cricut or a portrait, let me know. Who out there's got a Cricut or a portrait? Good morning, Jerry. I know Jerry does. She got it on, I don't know, where'd you get it, Jerry? Like Kijiji or Marketplace or something? So there's people always upgrading their machines, their Cricut machines, or portrait machines. There's a lot of portrait machines out there that people are selling really reasonably. So if this is something that you'd think you'd want to do, then you should just, you know, spend the money. I had a portrait that I've had for a while, and Kurt and Stephanie bought me a Cricut for Christmas last year, which is awesome. So that's good. So I'm going to sort of place this just above, in the middle, just above the buffalo plaid. And I want it to be straight, right? So I'm just going to rub that down. Do you see how I'm just rubbing the lettering? And I'm not going on top of the buffalo plaid because I don't want it to adhere to that particularly. And I'm just going to, of course it's not going to do it. So you just have to be really slow when you do this. Take it off. Especially if the paint's fresh, right? Because this is fairly fresh paint. It won't always come off in one piece. So you just have to be patient, which I am not. Are you using your Cricut a lot, Jerry? Or your, yeah, I think you got a Cricut, didn't you? Okay. So just really slowly take these off, right? Because you don't want to pull the letters off. And if they look like they're coming up, just tap them down. There you go. So that says, welcome to our, I know it's backwards to you guys, but you see how it's straight? And the reason I'm putting it down further is because I'm going to put a bow on the top. Welcome to our, and then this. Can't say it, but you can look at it. And I'm going to do the same thing. Good morning, Carla. Love the Christmas feather balls that Anne brought home for me. You're welcome. You're welcome, Carla. Yes, they're very nice and very popular. All right. Okay, just pull this off. Where is my... I'm using a piece of new transfer tape, so it should be sticking. Of course it's not. There we go. Okay, just take it slow. Oh, this is the Cricut transfer tape, not my favorite. It's like one use, and then you have to use a different piece. And if I use the Oracle, I can get multiple uses out of it. Where with the Cricut, not so much. Love this. I got to like it. Candy? Yes, a lot of people like it. And it's true, though. I know that things are starting to ramp up again. I'm looking for my... I have a little needle. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. So sometimes you just need like a hat pin and coax this off. You're going along. There we go. Let's make sure it's all good. And I'm going to place it on my buffalo plaid. And I want it to be sort of in the center. And I've done a couple of these, so I kind of know where I want to sit. And when you're putting buffalo plaid on something, you can just follow sort of the shape of it. Here we go. And just take your device. I mean, you can use a scraper, you can use something that comes with your device. I've used a credit card, a lighter. Like, you can use almost anything to rub down. All you want to make sure is that it's going to stick down. And I am using permanent vinyl, right? So if you're looking at vinyl, see how this one's coming off nice? I like it. It'll say 651 on the package, which means it's permanent. Permanent means that it's not easy to get off. I mean, certainly when I'm using permanent vinyl and I'm putting it outside, I always put a clear coat of something on it, Modge Podge or varnish or something. I don't like to use varnish particularly because it tends to discolor the white that I'm using. Like, sometimes it goes cream or yellow, and I don't like it. Really cute. Thanks. Good morning, Donna. How are you? Okay, so that's coming off. Really nice. Okay, so now I have welcome to our blank show. Love the buffalo plaid. I've had so many compliments on your wreath. Oh, that's good, Nance. Okay, this bottom piece is going on next. Hope you brought alcohol. Because everything goes better with alcohol, I think. Most things, anyway. Once again, just rub it down. And like I said, I like to use transfer tape more than once. So that's why I tend to buy the Oracle transfer tape as opposed to the Cricut. I find that with the Oracle, you get more uses out of it. This is coming off pretty good. Oops. Spoke too soon. Just take your time, guys, when you're doing this. It's coming off good. There we go. Okay. So I'm just looking to make sure it's all straight, which it is. And then I'm going to apply it down to the bottom where it's black. And I want to center it under that. Because it's good when it's centered. Okay. That looks good. Good morning, Jeannie. Love my programs. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Jeannie. Thank you. I enjoy doing it. I do. You know, I think I didn't realize how much was involved when I started doing it. Because I did it because somebody asked me to, and they said, you know, we're bored at home with COVID. So why don't you go on your Facebook page and show us how to do stuff? And I thought, all right, I can probably do that. But as things have progressed, I guess, whoops, there's a little bit more thought that needs to go into it to have a good sort of tutorial, I guess. Now, oftentimes I post these on my YouTube page as well. So I have to be cognizant of both social medias because both have rules, right? Everybody's got a rule or more than one. But I'll keep doing it until you guys tell me, okay, that's enough. So all you need to do is say, okay, we're bored with you, just move on. Okay, let me know about that, right? Because that'll free up a lot of time. All right, so that's all down now. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bow on it and the hanger. I've got my glue gun plugged in. So that's what it looks like. Welcome to our show. Hope you brought alcohol. And I really like the buffalo plaid. That makes me happy. So I have a Chanel stem and I'm going to put a hanger on it. So all you're going to do is make sure it's even. Come down about, I'm going to go 1.5 inches so, and give it a twist till you have like a loop, like so. Alright? You see that? There we go. And then you're going to feed it into the back where you've made your 2 holes. Where I've made my 2 holes, I guess. And this can sometimes be a challenge because I've painted it, so I'm just going to give it a poke. There we go. And it's black, so it's a challenge. There we go. 1. Oh, yes, I'm feeling almost back to myself. Thank you. I'm pretty much back to my original color instead of the bruising stuff. So yeah, it's been a long couple of weeks, but but I'm good. Back to my normal cranky self. All right. So that's just going in like this. And I bring it to the top. And I'll tell you why I'm putting it through the top. Is because I'm going to just put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on this part here. And then hold this up. Because I am going to put a bow on it. And I'm just going to twist this a couple of times. I don't think we can get bored with you. Oh. Thanks, Jerry. All right. Just take my aviation snips and clip this off. And just split that. Okay? So you'll see that there's I've split it in here so there's a space in between. I'm going to put a bow up here so I'm not worried about it. But before I put the bow on, I'm going to put a back on it. Because you know me, I like people's doors to be protected, so I have cut out a circle of, it's foam. You can get this in sheets at Michael's, right? So all I'm going to do is, here's my glue gun. The first thing I'm going to do is put a little dab of glue. Can you guys see this? I know it's black, so it's hard to see. So put a little dab of glue there. And then I'm going to hold that forward. right? So it sort of sticks down. Good morning, Elaine. Are you off today? It's nice to see you. I miss you. Okay, so just hold that down for a second, and then we're going to go put the back on it, which is foam again, right? So all I do is go in about 1/4 of an inch from the edge, and I just start putting some hot glue, and I'm going to come across the hanger that I've put on here, and of course I'm going to run out of glue, so I'm just going to do as far as I can until I run out of glue, and then I'm just going to place this down and just secure it. All right. And just get another piece of glue. Once again, we're using, what kind of glue am I using, guys? I want you to tell me what kind of glue I'm using. Give you a chance to comment. Has everybody got that special glue that I've told them to get? Just place this down. Gorilla Glue. Look at all you guys. Yay! Yes, it's Gorilla Glue. Bonnie Jo thought that I should have shares or stock in Gorilla Glue. I think that's a great idea. And that's just a matter of preference for me. When you're putting something on, and you know, if I'm going to be selling it, I want to make sure it's going to stay there. If you don't use a good glue, it doesn't stay. And then the person that purchased it from you will be irritated. And I tend not to like my people irritated if I can help it. Alright, so that's the back on there. Working on the Candy Cane Winter Wreath. Oh, good. Are you with the yarn, Deborah? Nice. I want to see a picture of it. Can you send me a picture of it when it's done? I know yesterday I had a workshop doing the Santa wreath, or not the Santa wreath, the snowman wreath, and I asked him to send me pictures of it hanging up. I got a couple, which is good. Okay, so there's the back on it, right? And that just protects the person's door or wall when you're putting on it. So the last thing we're going to do is put the bow on it, and I have a nice buffalo plaid bow. I didn't want to go big. I just wanted it to just be an accent to this because I want the focus to be on the lettering. All right. So I'm just going to hot glue this, and I'm going to cover where I've got my Chanel stem ends there. Once again, I'm using a generous amount. Generous. And I'm just going to place that down almost to the top, and I have to hold it. And it might come up a little bit further. Okay. I saw the Santa wreaths. They did a good job. The snowman wreaths, yeah, they all did a good job. It only took like an hour and a half, and I think everybody was happy when they left. Well, they all said they were. I mean, they all said they were happy, so that's good, right? Okay. So that's it. And so the one I posted is done on a an ornament shape piece of wood, and this is a circular wood, only because they didn't have any more at any of the Dollar Trees here in London. All right, and I didn't think I would make something out of it, but I did. Right, so this is what it looks like, all finished. Okay, welcome to our Hope You Brought Alcohol, right? With a little hanger on it. Pretty simple, right? Cute. You like this? Give me a thumbs up. Say hi. All right? I know there's a lot of you on here that they're being very quiet today. Today people are being very quiet, which is not a bad thing, but I just want you to know that you're happy with what I'm showing you and that you think you can make it. So, do you think you can make this? Absolutely. Because you guys know, if it's a hard thing to do, I will tell you it's difficult, that you might need some experience, but this is not what this is for. This is for people that sort of are new to this crafting thing, right? So next week, because we're not having Thrifty Thursday anymore, it's done. Next week, we are going to make this big wreath that I have up here, because I'm making it for my front door for after Christmas. So, yeah. So I'm going to make that, and it'll take probably an hour or so to make it. So I hope you guys can tune in next week when we make that. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. I do every tutorials most Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock, unless I'm out of the city. And next week we're going to make that really cute, big pine wreath for the winter. All right, so that's it for today, guys. So enjoy the rest of your day and have a really good week. Do some little crafting if you want, and post on my page. Message me the crafts that you've made. If I've showed you how to do something and you've gone ahead and made it, I really appreciate it when people post those. So be sure to do that. And until then, have a great week. Love you all. Have a good one. Bye.